Hi, I'm Chang Wen, and today we're going to take a look at the Sprint Samsung Moment, which will launch for $180 on November 1st with Android 1.5. First, we're going to take a look at the device and do an unboxing, and then we're going to go ahead and do a hardware tour. So let's go ahead and do the unboxing. So let's go ahead and open the box and see what's inside. At the top here, you have the Sprint Samsung Moment, which we're going to set aside for just a second. Lift up the tray. We have a USB charger which plugs into your wall, and it looks like this is an Energy Star compliant charger, which means it will use less power when it's idle and not plugged into your device. You have a USB to micro USB sync cable for your computer. Headphones, stereo headphones with a microphone and a 3.5mm headphone audio jack. And you have a stack of manuals with a getting started guide on the front. And it looks like Sprint also included their recycling bag so you can send in your old phone. And you have a SD card, which is a micro SD adapter. So let's go ahead and set aside all the accessories and do a hardware tour of the Sprint Samsung Moment. The device has a 3.2-inch glass AMOLED display, which is capacitive touch. It is powered by an 800 megahertz Samsung ARM11 chip. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the device first. It has a 3.2 megapixel camera with an LED flash and speakers here on the bottom. Let's pop out the battery cover. Underneath you have a battery and a micro SD card which holds up to 2 gigs. Although you can replace that with up to a 32 gigabyte SD card, although 16 is what is supported on the market right now. You have volume up and down switch on the left side of the device. At the top here you have the lanyard hole. You have the 3.5mm headphone jack, which is covered by a rubber flap. On the right side of the device, you have a camera hardware button on the bottom. Here you have the voice control shortcut button and the micro USB charging port, which is also covered by a rubber flap. On the front of the device, you have a home button, menu, and back button, which is built into the capacitive touchscreen, which is an AMOLED display. You have also the call, send, and end button and an optical trackpad in the middle here. You also have a keyboard which slides out. The keyboard actually feels good. It has a good tactile feel, and the keys are domed and nicely spaced out. Some annoying features here is that the spacebar key is actually built into the bottom row with the rest of the letter keys, but you do have a dedicated row of number keys and a search shortcut button here. The A key is actually squished in further than the Z key because of the function key next to it. The keyboard actually glows a nice blue color in the dark. The device also has an accelerometer so that it can automatically rotate when you're in the browser mode. This is a Google Experience phone, as marked on the back with the Google logo. So it doesn't have the customizations offered on other Android devices like the HTC Hero, which is also on Sprint's network. The HTC Hero actually has up to 7 home screens, whereas this only has 3 home screens. The device actually has great haptic feedback when you're in the keyboard mode, and you do have an on-screen keyboard. So let's go ahead and navigate to the Pocketnow homepage. It has a satisfying click sound and also a satisfying on-screen feedback. So unlike phones like the HTC Hero, which has the Sense UI, the Google Experience doesn't have some of the nifty gestures that are supported such as the double tap to zoom or the pinch and zoom capabilities like on the iPhone and the Palm Pre. Instead, what Google has is that you have the zoom in and out button on the bottom of the screen here, and you can also pan around as well. So let's go back to the home screen and let's see some of the programs that the Moment comes bundled with. Comes with all the typical Google Android applications, and Sprint also included a couple of useful applications. They've included the typical NASCAR, NFL, Sprint Navigation, and Sprint TV apps. You also get the nuanced voice control applications, so you can make calls and send text messages from your phone.
Say a command.
So you can actually command your phone to look up things or send an email or text message. You also have an Exchange or work email application, which allows you to connect to your corporate Exchange server. The AMOLED display is actually very crisp, clear, and bright. The black is actually very rich and dark, and the colors pop out more so than on the HTC Hero, which actually feels a little bit milky next to the display on the Moment. I did not have any problems with the Moment in an overcast day. It has been overcast in LA as of recently, so I'm not sure how the screen would work under direct sunlight, but it is very bright outdoors as well. And you get the 3 home screens that Google comes with and a number of widgets. So this is a quick look at the Sprint Samsung Moment, which is on Sprint's Now network. Compared to the Touch Pro 2, the Moment actually doesn't feel as solid. It actually feels a little bit wobbly, but next to the competing Motorola Moto Click on T-Mobile's network, the Moment actually feels a lot better than the Motorola Click. It's actually in between the HTC Touch Pro 2 and the Click as far as build quality. It actually feels a lot larger than the Hero, or it looks a lot larger than it feels compared to the Hero, but the devices are roughly not that far apart in terms of size. So thanks for watching, and this has been a quick look of the Moment.